Hello, dear friends. Hello on Monday, the beginning of the week. We are starting with a little bit of contradiction. So, the short version, the sun is in a very challenging position today, but the moon is in a very beneficial. So, we will need to separate those two things and see how basically we can use more the energy of the moon. Because if we rely more on the energy of the sun, we may face with many challenges and it could be less productive. Why is that? Because the sun is in the last degrees of Libra and has a square with Pluto. The square will be exact today and tomorrow. And it means that this is the peak level of this energy. It's been building up for a while already, but today and tomorrow, it's like, the highest level of this energy. And it's a stressful energy. It's an energy which can make you feel the urge, the impulse to express something, to do something your own way, because it's in cardinal signs, Libra and Capricorn. And yet there could be something bigger, something that may feel restrictive, or something, it's like it could be even something social or related to other people, groups of people, sometimes for some people even something related to governments, like a bigger structure than us. And it's difficult kind of like to push our way or to basically achieve what we want when we are trying to fit this environment or structure. So the challenging side is that this energy can become very destructive. And if we are not mindful, it may lead to conflicts, confrontations, power struggles, manipulations, and all of that. What is the solution here? The solution is not to try to force your way in the outside world. You may need either to pause and wait and just not do things right now, or to do them, but on your own, following your path, but without pushing it to other people, without pushing it to the outside world. It's like you make the decision that this is something you want to do for yourself, and you are following this, and you don't need other people to follow you or to agree with you or maybe even to support you. So either you pause or you do something, but you realize that you are more on your own. And this is not a bad thing. That's sometimes exactly what we need. The sun still has also a square and a half, so challenging aspect with Saturn. So the energy is intense, and at the same time, there is something which is also holding it. So it's not easy to express yourself, your desires. So just be mindful, don't push it too much. On the other side, the moon. The moon is in Gemini and will have an exact conjunction with Jupiter today. Later, also there will be a trine with Pluto. No, sorry, it won't be a trine. It will be actually a quincunx. The quincunx with Pluto may suggest that first something feels challenging, but then over time it turns into something more positive. So we can transform something, but we need to rely more on the moon energy. The moon with Jupiter in Gemini. This is a mutable energy, which means that we need to check the reality around us, the world around us, not necessarily to push our vision, our desires, but to see more like, okay, what is really going on? How can I, engage with this if I want to? And to rely more on, I would say, our feminine side. The moon is related to our ability to be vulnerable, to be honest, to show, first of all, to realize and to admit in which areas we depend on others. For many of us, this is not an easy question. We don't want to look into it, or we want to believe that we don't depend on anyone, or we feel suppressed when we realize that we depend on others. More or less, of course, we all depend on others. But to kind of like explore this, to go even deeper, to realize it, can be very beneficial today. And see how with this more gentle energy you can adapt to the environment. So again, not to push your way. That's the cardinal energy. It's very stressful today. So it's not just, oh, I'm making the decision and I'm going to follow through and I don't care about anyone else. This approach won't lead to anything constructive today. Instead, if we realize, okay, with this soft moon approach, which is adaptable, flexible, and if we are more tolerant also, if we try to see things from different perspectives, Gemini has this ability, then we can open up for something different. And with Gemini here, it's not about huge depth. It's more about some kind of practical ideas, practical realizations. And the trine is happening between the moon and the sun later during the day. So if we can kind of like align with the moon energy, then this can support us later to express more the sun energy. In other words, if we are flexible, adaptable, we check in, okay, what's happening outside right now, and we try to align to this. Later on, it may help us to express more something that we also want, something that feels more like, our vision or our desires. So today we need to be more flexible, more open to the environment. This can bring us a lot of positive energy because Jupiter is there. So, yeah, allow yourself to open up your mind. Don't be afraid of this can be more difficult for people who have strong sun in their chart. For them, this is more challenging. If initially your sun is not that strong, but the moon is stronger in your chart, then this energy is simpler for you. But in every case, that's what's currently happening around us. So if we can align to this and see how to use it in a smart way, it will be better for everyone. So enjoy your week, my friends. Have a wonderful Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.